We're on a roll, man. We're on a roll. We're literally just, we're busting up teams. We're more than anything. We've been consistent, absolutely consistent, guys. This is the review of the Manchester United v Aston Villa game. We obviously won the game 3-0, as you're fully aware. And for those of you that watched my preview, I predicted 3-0. Yes, I did. I got it right. So yeah, obviously Ollie started with the same team. That's one of the things I wanted to start with. Ollie started with the same team for the fourth time in a row. So Ollie's clearly got some confidence in the players that he's basically putting out there to do the job for him. Now, I'm trying not to jump on the Mason Greenwood thing straight away on this video, but it's hard not to, man. This guy is on fire. This guy is just anyway, we will get to Mason Greenwood. We will, I promise you. But beforehand, I wanted to say that in terms of how we started, we didn't start great today. We started with it was tentative. We was lackadaisical. Villa were very much on the front foot, up until the penalty. Basically, the penalty was against the run of play. We weren't passing the ball with any kind of effectiveness. We wasn't passing the ball with any kind of real intent. It was only once, like as I say, once the penalty got given, which realistically I feel was a bit soft. I feel like it was more Bruno Fernandes bought the penalty than it was basically a foul. Obviously, I feel like the Aston Villa console was a bit clumsy, but yeah, it was more that Bruno bought the penalty than it was a foul. Bruno was clever, I suppose. So yeah, you could look at it that way. But in any case, he still had to tuck the penalty away, and he did it brilliantly. So fantastic. Now, as I said, Villa had a good start to the game, and they put in some real good crosses from their right hand side, our left hand side, to our back post, probably about 2 or 3 occasions. And Wan-Bissaka, in terms of winning the ball in the air, he mistimed it twice and just clipped, and basically just skimmed off the top of his head, basically. So he's defending on in terms of aerially wasn't the best in those moments, and as I said, he misjudged the ball a few times. Now, after we dispatched the penalty, after Bruno Fernandes scored the penalty, we seemed to take up a gear, and it's good and it's not so good, because obviously you're relying on the opposition to get you going, or waiting for something to happen by way of the referee's decision, which is what happened. Now, as I say, after we scored the goal, we started to play a bit. We still weren't fantastic. Started to play a little bit more, moving the ball around very, 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 very slowly. We created a second opportunity with Bruno Fernandes' header, which he just headed over the bar. After we moved the ball really quickly, and it was really the first time in the game that we actually moved the ball quickly. Still had possession in the game, but of the ball, but wasn't really doing anything with it. That being said, I still felt like we was dangerous on the counter attack as well, even though Aston Villa still sort of were coming out at us. Even though it was 1-0, I still felt like we was always going to be a danger on the counter. We was always going to be a danger whenever we got into their half, and it kind of feels that way all the time now. No matter who we're playing, when we're in their half, we're a danger to score. Whether it's Bruno, whether it's Pogba, whether it's Martial, Rashford, or Greenwood, we're always a danger to score when we're in the opposition's half, obviously. And I think that's what happened. Obviously, leading up to the first half, again, we didn't play too good in the first half. We was moving the ball way too slowly. But as I say, we literally just looked a little bit, let's say, lethargic. We was a little bit, yeah, we definitely weren't our normal selves. We wasn't our fluent, natural, dangerous selves. We weren't looking like because Aston Villa were actually breaking on us. So we weren't really having to try and break them down all the time, because Aston Villa were actually trying to play. Whereas most of the other teams in and around the other end of the table, they've always been basically putting in 2 banks of 5 in front of us and saying, come and break us down. Now, On to the Greenwood, Mr. Mason Greenwood. That's what I'm going to call him, Mr. Mason Greenwood. Now, as I said, we didn't play too great in the first half. However, this kid, now, he had an opportunity as well in the second half where he received the ball in a half turn. He's faced up the defenders, run at the defence, sort of cut in on his left-hand side, dropped the shoulder, went back across the goalkeeper, Pepe Reina, to the goalkeeper's left, but it wasn't powerful enough as he normally gets off those rocket shots, and it wasn't far enough into the corner. That was the warning sign. That was his sighter. His next shot was right before the end of the first half. This time on his right foot, he got the power, he got the accuracy, bang, and I was like, yeah, come on, Greenwood. But yeah, it's just purely because he's just so dangerous. Literally, it's just dangerous. I put down a few things for him. I put down he's clinical. You expect him to score, and literally got that feeling about Mason Greenwood now, where when he's in a position in and around the edge of the area, you feel like he's going to score. And I've only had that feeling with really and truly in my time of watching Manchester United all the way back to Mark Hughes. So that's Dwight York, Diego Forlan, who wasn't so prolific for us, Eric Cantona, Wayne Rooney. I've had two feelings like that in terms of players and goal scorer for Manchester United, and they are Ruud van Nistelrooy and Robin van Persie. Those are the two players where I felt like when they're in the box or in and around the box, they're going to score. And I'm developing that feeling with Mason Greenwood. And it's amazing to see. The kid is 18. He's going to be turning 19 in October. So the beginning of next season, he'll be turning, towards the beginning of next season, he'll be turning 19. And he's just too dangerous. He's just too dangerous. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I've tried not to hype him too much. But you can't hide when someone's scoring. He's in the Premier League. He's in the Premier League. And he's got 16 goals in all competition, 9 Premier League goals at the age of 18, and he's only started a handful of games. The kid is immense. I've got to stop saying kid, but he is a kid. Turned 18 last year, soon going to be turning 19, and he's immense. He's a brilliant goal scorer, brilliant finisher, just dangerous. And I'm just getting tongue-tied because it's hard not to hype the kid. It's hard not to say, what is he going to be in 5 years' time? What is he going to be when he's 23? What is he going to be when he's 27? What's he going to be? If he's this good now, listen, even if he's not even in his man's bodies yet. He ain't got his man chest yet. He ain't got his man shoulders yet. So he's still growing into his body. So he's not as quick as he will be. He's not as strong as he will be. That means his shots aren't as powerful as they will be. He's not as confident as he will be, and he's already producing consistency at this age. Come on, man. Gosh. But anyway, Paul Pogba. I wanted to touch on him as well because obviously Paul Pogba's not long come back from injury. He's been doing his thing. He's been in and out, and I'm just loving the fact that he's been consistent. He's been doing things in the right areas of the pitch. He's been battling. Now, normally before we'd see Paul Pogba making silly decisions. He's got the ability and talent and all of it in the world, but he'd do certain things in the wrong areas of the pitch and it'd get him into trouble. It put a dampener on his overall performance when he was our leading scorer and leading assist maker. I'd just like to tip my cap to Paul Pogba because he's come back and he's been really, really consistent. And yeah, got a goal, got his first goal of the season, and really happy for him. And it was his new mate, Bruno Fernandes, that set it up from a corner. Obviously, brilliant technique from Pogba to pick out the bottom corner, the left of the keeper. And yeah, man, just absolutely loving the fact that we've got so many different goal scorers, so many different goal threats. If you actually think there wasn't anyone really, no one else that really came close. Rashford, I suppose Pogba slipped him in later on in the game and Reina saved it. But Martial didn't really get a chance, an opportunity to score today. Did you see his? did you see Martial's face when he came off the pitch? He was like, "Don't talk to me." When Ollie went to shake his hand, he didn't even look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He just gave him the cut eye, like. Anyway, I just found it really funny. Martial is in great form as well. He's a dangerous finisher himself. He's not getting that many opportunities to actually score goals, Martial, and he's been scoring goals since we come back. Today, he didn't really have an opportunity to score. So, apart from when he got put through by Pogba on, I think, the left-hand side of their area, and their left-back, Neil Taylor, made a good last-ditch tackle. And that was only the really only opportunity that he got put through. Didn't really have much by the way of the of shots opportunities himself at all. So how moody he was when he came off, I found it hilarious, absolutely hilarious. But yeah, Joshim, nice to see you, bro. I'm not sure you've been in the stream before, man. So welcome. We're in 5th place as well. Let's have a look at the Premier League table actually, whilst we are here, because obviously we've had teams dropping points around us. Obviously Wolves drop points, Sheffield United's dropped points, Tottenham's dropped points. Arsenal's been on a bit of a tear recently, but they're 8 points behind us. So yeah, loving it. I think, yeah, so Wolves are the closest team behind us on 52 points. We're on 58 points. They have a goal difference of +8. We have a goal difference of +26. And I've been saying before, I believe we can get close to what Leicester's total is now with goal difference. Leicester on +32. We're on +26. Chelsea on +17. So we've got a positive goal difference of +9 on Chelsea. So as I say, I believe we can catch Leicester in terms of goal difference. I believe we can catch Leicester in terms of points. I believe we can catch Chelsea in terms of points as well. We just need a couple of favours. Leicester are in 4th position ahead of us in 5th with 59 points. Chelsea are ahead of us by 2 points and 60 points. So we just need Chelsea to draw and Leicester to draw, and I believe we'll take them because I believe we'll win all the games going forward. I really do. Oliver David, how we doing, man? How many players do you think we need to challenge for the title? I genuinely believe we need two players. I genuinely believe to challenge for the title. I believe one of those is a centre back, world-class centre back to go alongside Harry Maguire, and a prolific striker. Central striker. I believe if you go back to having Martial and Rashford operating off that left-hand side as they did last season, when Lukaku was still about, one of them would start one of the games and the other would start the other games, but they'll always switch out for each other. They'll always be substituted for each other, and it was always dangerous because you face up against Rashford for starters. Then you're going up against Martial. Stats just come up saying, obviously, most goals in the season, age 18 or under in the Premier League history. Marco Owen's top with 18, Robbie Fowler with 10, Mason Greenwood with 9. So Mason Greenwood is on track to be breaking all sorts of records this season. And he's special. The kid is special. The kid is special. He's a dangerous finisher. Listen, I keep saying, man, I'm trying not to hype the kid, but what can you do when you got someone that good? And then you got Liverpool fans talking about some Harvey Elliott or something Jones. You got Arsenal fans talking about Martinelli, and all that. You got Manchester talking about Phil Foden. None of them hold a candle to Mason Greenwood, man. None of them hold a candle to Mason Greenwood. So sit down, shut up, take notice of Mason Greenwood, yeah? Honestly, I just feel like we're going to be... We're just blessed in that position, man. It's coming like I don't know if Ollie's going to sign Jadon Sancho. I really don't, because what... Mason Greenwood is so effective coming in off the right-hand side, because he can use his right foot, because he can't just use his right foot. He's brilliant with his right foot. He's fantastic with his left foot, because he's so effective, and you don't know which way he's going to go, and he has that room to be effective to run at players. If you were to stick him in the middle right now, where Martial is playing, and he's going to have his back to goal more. he's going to have to be receiving the ball with his back to goal more, or he's going to end up operating as a sort of number 10, like Wayne Rooney did. Rooney was never stuck right up in the number 9 position. He'd more drop back and look to create for others and get involved in the build-up play. Now, I feel like if you're putting Martial in the number 9 position right now, I'm talking this season, I feel like it'd be a bit too early for him because physically he's not fully developed yet. Tactically, he's not learned the game yet. He's still learning it. As I've said to people before, many of my mates, I feel like Mason Greenwood is like a younger version of Thierry Henry. Maybe not as rapid as Thierry Henry, but he's certainly a much better finisher than Thierry Henry was at the age of 18. So this is what I say. What is he going to be like in 5 years' time when he's only 23? He's not even in his prime yet. What's he going to be like when he's 27? When he's in his prime? And that extends 5 years to the age of maybe 32. What's he going to be like? It's majorly exciting, man, because I just feel like, yeah, damn, I didn't mean to go on a tangent again about Mason Greenwood, but there you go. Just wanted to touch on some ratings as well for the game. I've gone with, and as I said, we didn't play the best game ever tonight. It was what you call a professional performance. You do what you need to get the results. As I said, Aston Villa started really well. They took the game by the scruff of the neck. We was in first gear. We didn't get into second gear until we got given the penalty decision. I say we got given it because to me it was a very, very soft penalty, but there you go. So the ratings are as follows. Let me know what you think about these ratings. David De Gea, I've given a 6. He still looks a bit suspect when it's coming to the kicking. He done a lot better today. He didn't give the ball away in terms of short possession, where we're giving the ball away to our opposition midfielders or strikers from a goal kick. He did just launch it at times where we just needed to get it away instead of messing about. There was one sort of opportunity or a moment where he dinked the ball to Lindelof in the penalty area, and Lindelof's calmly played it to Brandon Williams, and Brandon Williams just went smash down the field. So he's not had anything to do as well, really. So that's why I've given David De Gea a 6. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I've given him a 7 because he was defensively solid in terms of on the ground. But unfortunately, sometimes in the air, when Villa was playing some crosses, some dangerous crosses, 3 in total in the first half from the right back position, Greenwood looked very uncomfortable with the ball in the air. Having said that, also he got a bit of an unnecessary yellow card, but that's how it goes. That is what it is. He's a wing back. He makes loads of tackles. He's going to pick up 1 or 2 yellow cards. That's how it goes, as I say. Lindelof, I've given a 6.5. Fairly solid today. Didn't do anything marvellous. Didn't make any mistakes. But he's so suspect in the air. He was going up against Samata, Aston Villa striker, and the ball's in the air, and Lindelof's climbing all over, and I want to get to the ball. I'm just like, nah, it's just not a good enough centre back for Manchester United. He's just not. Tell me what you think. I just feel like Lindelof is not a good enough striker for Manchester United. I don't feel like he's the right partner for Harry Maguire. He doesn't have the physical, like Maguire is 6'4", and he's quite strong. He can read the game. He's a good passer of the ball. He's not quick, but his positive attributes outweigh his negative, which is he's very slow. So that's why we need someone next to Maguire. I know it's not rocket science. I know you've heard it loads of times before, but I'm just reiterating the point because I'm fed up of seeing someone next to Maguire that is not good enough. As I say, I've said it time and time again, I'll say it again. He's not good in the air. For a centre-back, you need to be, as a prerequisite, as a centre-back, you have to be good in the air. Simple as that. And Lindelof is not good enough in the air, giving away needless fouls. So anyway, Lindelof are given a 6.5. Maguire given a 6.5 as well. Didn't do anything bad, didn't do anything marvellously good, solid. Luke Shaw, give him a 7. Continuously running down that left flank as an overlapping option or underlapping option for Marcus Rashford. There was one opportunity where he could have cracked off his shot, where Rashford played him in. He was quite close to the goal. He tried to square it instead of trying to shoot. That'll come maybe when he gets a bit more confidence. Matic, I've given a 7. Solid in there, done well. Didn't give the ball away too much. Was just Yeah, just solid. Bruno, I've given a 7.5. Bruno Fernandes has another goal and another assist to his name. Bruno Fernandes, say his name. Bruno, Bruno, Bruno. So good, you got to say his name three twice, not twice. Sorry, just made up a word three twice. Anyway, Pogba, I give him a 7.5. His first goal, as I mentioned earlier, this season. Obviously, he's been injured for a long time. You can see the relief on his face. After the game, he was interviewed. They asked him about him, seeming really happy, wanted to stay. You see him run over to Bruno Fernandes. When he got that goal, they've struck up a good accord, a nice friendship. They're mates. That's what you want to see. Pogba has been waiting for someone like Bruno Fernandes to come into the squad, take some of the burden and responsibility and accountability off Paul Pogba's shoulders, which Bruno has done marvellously. Bruno is super consistent, super efficient. Another goal, another assist. They're best buddies in central midfield. Matic can just sit there and sit in front of the defence, recycle possession back to those two boys, and then you can just go say, there you go, fantastic five. Go and score us loads of goals, which is what we've been doing. And yeah, it's just brilliant to see. Like I said, goal scoring options. The more goal scoring options you have, the more creative options you have, the more of a headache it is for your opposition. Hence, we're scoring a bag load of goals. Brilliant to see us pick up the clean sheet as well today. So yeah, positives all round. Giving the Martial 6.5, as I mentioned before. Martial, last few games, we've not really, since the restart, we've not created a whole host of opportunities for Martial. He's made a few opportunities for himself, obviously. But, yeah, we're not really creating a ton of chances for him. But he's still scoring goals. As I said earlier, it was really, really funny when he's come off the pitch. He's cut his eye at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's not even looked at him properly or acknowledged him when Ole's trying to give him a high five or high fist, whatever, or a high elbow, whatever you want to call it. He just walked straight past him. He's angry as anything. He didn't want to come to the pitch. He wanted to have the opportunity to score a goal. He loves scoring goals. He's a striker. I ain't got a problem with that. Rashford, I've given a 6.5. Rashford is still holding back. Rashford is still not, I know it is a lower stress fracture and you can see it's playing on his mind because he's not fully going at players. He's not making them storm barning runs, running at the defence, unseating them, making them comfortable. He's playing it safe, laying it off to Luke Shaw's overlapping run pretty much every single time. He made a nice run, diagonal run across the pitch when we was breaking late on. Pogba found him. He probably could have scored, but Pereira made a decent save as well. Rashford still isn't back to his normal self yet. I can't imagine it'd take too long till he gets there. But yeah, when he gets back to fully fledged scoring form, yeah, brilliant. On to Mr. Mason Greenwood, who scored his 16th goal in all competition and his 9th Premier League goal of the season. I've given him the man in the match, and I've given him an 8.5 to boot as well. Just brilliant. His all-round play. As I said before, his 2 goals in our last game, his all-round play has been brilliant. His all-round play is just, for want of a better word, he's not the complete package. Let's not go that far. However, he is mature beyond his years in terms of his operating on the ball. He's mature beyond his years in terms of his overall play. Now, his finishing, he's light years ahead of where he should be. And he's gonna cause Ollie to, I'm telling you guys, just mark my words, he's causing Ollie a problem. I don't know if Ollie's gonna sign Jadon Sancho unless he's willing to drop Rashford, who's off form, or put Mason Greenwood in the middle and Sancho on the right. He's got a tough decision to make as old Ollie, and especially if we're looking at a central striker, a 25 to 30 goal season man, who I believe Martial can be, if he can get up there right consistently. Just depends. We shall see. Let's go to the comments. Mr. J, what's going on, Mr. J? Our front three have scored more than Liverpool's. What a sell Lukaku turned out to be for Martial. Absolutely right, and he got his number 9 back off. He's got his number 9 back as well. Front three, like Mr. J said there, we've scored lots more than Liverpool's front three. What can you say? And that's the kind of form we're on as well. Also, let's not forget Pogba, who doesn't seem to want to be the centre of attention now. More of a team player, I guess, competing with Fernandez level. That's a good point there by Mr. J. He is now just content to be a team player. He is now just content to win games. He is now content to set up his strikers, which is brilliant to see. So yeah, absolutely fantastic to see as well. Terry, what's going on? Terry's in the house. Oh, and Dwight Hastings as well. Nice to see you, Dwight. We played good, but we need to be more clinical. Yeah, we could have made it 4-5. That being said, we're not digging teams up and burying them. That's what my old football coach used to say. When you get to 3, dig them up and bury them again, and then make it 5. Dig them up and bury them again, make it 6, 7. You know, so we're not being absolutely ruthless. We're not being absolutely cold-blooded where we need to be in terms of making up the goal difference on who I believe I said we can catch up with, and that's Leicester. So we do need to look at banging and hammering the goals, getting your 6-0ers, your 7-0ers, because I believe we can do that. But at the end, we're just passing the ball around, lackadaisical. We won the game, we're winning 3-0, Villa can't do anything. No, you press on, you dig them up and you bury them, and you get your 5 and 6-0s then. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we took our foot off the gas, which was pretty evident and very, very obvious as well. Just to mention as well, I did predict the 3-0, just saying. Terry Weeks, only negative is this match is that we had Villa on the ropes. So why did we settle for 3-0? Why do we not annihilate teams? Which is what we just touched on, and I completely agree with you there, Terry. Yeah, we're just not burying teams. We're not smashing them. We're not being ruthless, because Villa could have just as easily gone around the other end and snatched a goal. You know, so we do have to be ruthless. We do have to just smash teams off, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be doing that. And Ollie should be saying to him, smash him, smash him, smash him. Go at him, go at him. We need to hit him for 6, literally. Palmeiras in the house. What's going on, brother? You right, man? Yes, Shane, I'm so gassed right now. I am too. Everyone should be gassed right now. Everyone should be happy right now that we're smashing teams like this. Or sorry, we didn't smash Aston Villa. It was a professional 3-0 victory. That's what I will say. So everyone should be really happy right now, because I feel like, you know, we've not been in this position since Fergie was in charge. We haven't. We've not played this consistently dangerous football since Fergie's been in charge. We haven't. Since Fergie last won the league, we haven't been this dangerous. So everyone should be really, really gassed. Everyone should be really, really happy. Everyone should be really, really looking forward to next season, and also what we're doing in transfer market, because as I see it, we're going to be going for broke. And do not take Ollie's kind face for weakness. He's ruthless. He's ruthless. You see all the players he got rid of. We was crying out for ages to get rid of all the deadwood at the club, and he has done. The only player that I can really genuinely say now is deadwood at the club, outside of use of the squad, is Phil Jones, because we already got Bailly and we already got Tuanzebe as well, and probably Mengi as well, going down to the younger ranks. So yeah, the only player I'd say is definite and obvious deadwood right now is Phil Jones, because he doesn't get anywhere near the first team or the bench. So yeah, Ollie's got rid of a load of deadwood, and bought in all the players he's bought in have been successful. Dan James coming off the bench, you know, he's that's the kind of player. Dan James, he's not a starter as he was at the beginning of the season. He's not good enough to be a starter for Manchester United right now. He is the player that should be type of player should be coming off the bench, and he seems happy to do so, and rightly so. And we scored our 100th goal in all competitions today, which is, you know, we're scoring goals. So be happy, you know, be joyful, because next season, you know, we're going to be dangerous. And I'm just looking at the form table of the league now. As I mentioned in my preview video, we are the form team in the league. We are the form team now. We other than the draw against Spurs, we won against Sheffield United 3-0. We won against Brighton 3-0. We won against Bournemouth 5-2, and we've won again against Aston Villa 3-0 as well. So we've conceded. Obviously, we've conceded 3 goals in the last 5 games. But we're scoring bags of goals as well. So yeah, watch this space, people. We're the form team in the league. We was before the lockdown, and we certainly are since the lockdown as well. So yeah, be encouraged. Look forward, because next season is going to be, it's going to be dangerous for all the other teams in the league. That's for sure. So we've got Southampton next, haven't we? Let's just check. So yeah, we've got Southampton next. That's on Monday at 8 p.m. British Standard Time. Then we've got Crystal Palace. Well, we're at home against Southampton, away against Crystal Palace, Chelsea in the Cup, and then West Ham, Leicester away, and then Lask in the European Cup as well. So yeah, be encouraged, people. I'm so happy. I'm so gassed. Where we are right now, it's not even the results, just the results. The results, if we're winning 1-0, I couldn't care less. Brilliant, we're getting the results. But the performances, people, the performances of what we're putting in right now is, as I say, we're not played this well since Fergie time. We have not played this well consistently since Fergie. Even when Ollie first came to the club and we went on that mad run, beating PSG and all that lot, we wasn't playing that well at this point, and we was more playing the counter-attacking football. Now teams are backing off from us because they're scared. They're scared that the fact that Luke Shaw's making his runs down the left wing. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is just like a body that you can pass to for width. And he'll try and beat his defender and whipping across. He's trying, he's getting better. He's not a Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he's a brilliant defender. So, he makes up for it. Matic just sits in front of the defence. And then you got Pogba, Bruno, Martial, Rashford and Greenwood. Fab 5, eh? Fab 5. And we showed it the other day as well when he's hit 5 past Bournemouth. Be encouraged, people. Be happy. Tell me what you guys think about us going forward anyway next season as well. Who do you guys think that we need to add? You've asked me who you feel I need to add, who I feel I need to add for next season. Who do you guys think we need to add next season? How many players do you think we need to add next season? Do you think we need to add any players next season and try and challenge for the league? Because of our form, we are the form team in the league. Do we need to add players? Is Ollie the right man going forward? Ooh, contentious, I know, but is he the right man going forward? Do we need to... Listen, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying I believe we need to change Ollie. I think Ollie's the right man for the job because he's proven it. He's grown into the role. At first, it may have been too big for him, but he's grown into the role. He's got Man United in his DNA. He's got Man United in his blood. He wants the best for Manchester United. That much, no one can ever doubt that Ollie wants the best solely for Manchester United, and he's not in it for his own purposes or glory or anything like that. Obviously, he wants to bring collective glory back to Manchester United. Hence, he's got the best of intentions for Manchester United. So, listen, be happy. Be happy. All right, let's have a look at the comments now. Dwight saying we don't need to be ruthless. We just got to take our time and finish the season on a high, which we're certainly doing. Palmares says controlling games, dominating possession, creating enough chances to miss some and still win 3-0. Easily the best form we've been in 7 years. Couldn't agree with you more there, Palmares. Couldn't have said it better myself. Come on, United. Sorry, man. I'm getting excited. I can't even say wrongly so because my chair just seems to keep going down, man. I can't even say I'm wrongly getting excited because of what we're doing, because of how consistent we are, because of our running. Listen, I think Southampton is going to be our toughest test, and then obviously Leicester's going to be a deciding game, pretty much. Terry saying agree with your comments earlier, Shane, and I know we have spoken about this before. We need a centre back. We need a Rio. Whoa, that's a big point there, Tel, mate. A Rio. Whew. Is there a Rio out there right now? I'd love there to be. I have to say Virgil van Dijk is probably the closest thing to Rio at the moment out there. Like I've mentioned before, Upamecano, my ideal centre-back signing would be Rafael Varane from Real Madrid. Real Madrid are obviously not going to part with their, well, they all believe Sergio Ramos to be their best defender. So I'd take Rafael Varane all day long. He's probably the quickest defender, centre back out there right now. And I'd certainly take him as, that's my number one choice. My number two choice is probably Upamecano from RB Leipzig, and that's a much more workable deal. So, you know, he's rapid, he's tough, he's strong, very good in the air. Unlike Victor Lindelof, who keeps getting beaten in the air for a centre back, criminal, absolutely criminal. Listen, we need someone to complement Harry Maguire, and I don't feel like we can go forward with full intent of winning anything in any major way, shape, or form if we don't have the centre back pairing. That's what we've traditionally had at Manchester United all the time. You know, world class centre back pairings or super reliable centre back pairing, all the way back from Brucey and Pallister, you know, up to Rio and Vidic, who were our last colossal pairing. Vidic and Ronnie Johnson and Yap Stam in between that as well. We just need that, and I feel like we've got one of the two in Harry Maguire. We just need someone to complement his abilities and cover up his weaknesses. Dwight Hastings, Tyrone Mings is a good addition. I've seen a few people say Tyrone Mings, it would be a good addition. I don't know if he would suit what we need. I don't know if he is quite. I mean, if physicality wise, he's good enough. But mentally, in terms of positioning, reading the game, I don't think he'd be quite good enough. For example, Mason Greenwood's goal, where Mason Greenwood's at the edge of the box, everyone's backing off. It was Tyrone Mings that actually lost the ball in the centre of the pitch against us as well. He managed to sprint back into position. As I said, physically, he's got the gifts, but mentally, positional wise, reading the game, which is what a lot of centre back positioning is. I don't think he has it. He stood off Mason Greenwood, and Mason Greenwood went lash. How's that? 2-0, dagger in the heart right before halftime. Go to sleep, sit down. So yeah, I don't know if Tyrone Mings would be, unless he all of a sudden becomes, you know, Koulibaly like. I don't know. Koulibaly, I don't think, not that I don't want him. I know he's 29 going on 30, but I don't think that's a workable deal. I don't think Manchester United will sign him because there'll be no resale value. There'll be no type of, not that you're looking to sell him on again, but I'm just saying in terms of they're looking at value, there would be none. By the time he's played for Man United for 3-4 years, there's no resale value. He'd be retiring there or going on to a lower level or a club that's not at such a bigger stature as Manchester United. So, yes, I will say, the lack of crowds is massively. Where has that gone? The lack of crowds is massively the lower teams. Hence why the bigger teams are easily beating the lesser teams. Olamide, David, there. That's a great point. The crowds for the lower league teams in the lower positions in the Premier League, they normally give the teams a big boost, and because they don't have that, I completely agree. It's making it easier for teams like us big boys, to come over and walk all over them. Simple. What do you think about United signing Grealish, Sancho and Adama Traore? Grealish won't happen because Pogba's staying. If he does stay, which I believe he will. And Sancho, as I mentioned before, man, it all depends. Greenwood is giving Ollie such a massive problem. I would not like to be Ollie. It's a good problem, but because obviously I believe that Sancho wants to come to Manchester United, but Greenwood is making it so tough for Ollie. He's scoring, he's bagging goals, but listen, Jadon Sancho is no joke. He's 20 years of age, played 44 games for Dortmund, scored 20 goals and assisted 20 on 20 occasions as well. So that means he had an involvement of 40 goals over 40 appearances. He's no joke. The kid's no joke. He's a creative beast. And that wasn't just this season, it was last season as well. And I watched Jadon Sancho, Angel Gomez, Ryan Brewster, Callum Hudson-Odoi win the under-17s World Cup for England a few years back. And Jadon Sancho was dynamite then when he was at City. But obviously City like their global all-star. So, but yeah, it's a big problem. I still think that he will sign Sancho though. Does he need to though? Is another problem. Best minutes per goal, minimum 5 goals, Premier League. So Mason Greenwood's got the best minutes per goal ratio. There's Salah, Ings, Vardy, Bruno Fernandes, Mason Greenwood in second, and Sergio Aguero at number 1. Listen, I keep saying the kid's busting all kind of records. Get excited about Mason Greenwood, man, because he's the real deal. My chair is just not having it today. Sorry. So yeah. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Palmeiras is saying, I think we need Sancho, Van der Beek, and a pacey centre-back. Get rid of Lingard, Andreas, Jones, and Rojo. I want to see Laird and Garner more too. That's what I feel. If we're going to get rid of anyone, we need to make sure we're using the youth that we have available instead of buying in more players just to fill in gaps instead of bringing players through, which I believe Ollie will do. And he's proving that case as well. I can't see us selling Lingard and Pereira because it's likely that Juan Mata may move on this summer. Andreas Pereira, I don't think you're going to get rid of him. The guy's like a yo-yo. You send him back out on loan, comes back. Send him back out on loan again, comes back. I don't think Andreas Pereira is going to leave. Lingard's just signed a new contract as well. That's more based on it, I suppose. Him just basically being, if he does want to go, there's resale value there, and we don't have to let him go for free. So yeah, just watching some Mason Greenwood highlights, and the kid's just amazing, man. He's just Mason Greenwood is just going to be an absolute superstar, absolute stud going forward, man. Just dangerous. What about Van der Beek? Listen, what we have to realise, we need a specialist central defensive midfielder, not just a ball-playing, playmaking central defensive midfielder like Neves, who plays for Wolverhampton Wanderers. I just feel like if we're just going to do that, then you may as well play, I don't know, keep Matic there. We need a specialist there, athletic, someone who can read the ball, distribute simple passes to Bruno or obviously Fernandes. Bruno or Pogba, or hit the long balls if necessary to Rashford or Greenwood, like Matic has done this season. But it's not going to last forever. It was a stroke of genius getting him to sign a contract because he's playing good now. There's now some resale value. But yeah, I don't feel like signing Donny van der Beek will be a good option because Pogba, who we all assume is now staying, you're not going to put Van der Beek on the bench, and unless you're gonna sacrifice, I suppose, unless you're going to sacrifice Pogba or Bruno, what do you do? What do you do? I can't see us getting Van der Beek, and Van der Beek isn't going to really. He's not really going to sit on the bench, is he? If you're going to buy him, you buy him because he needs to start. So yeah, I can't really say that I agree with buying Van der Beek. These guys, Grealish, Van der Beek, all these guys, Grealish, especially is the main option if Pogba was to leave. And to be fair, Grealish didn't have his best game against us today either. So it's one of those where you have to take it with a pinch of salt. But that's why I don't feel like if we're selling Lingard and Pereira and Mata goes as well, that then leaves us short, and then we're having to rely on our youth. I'd keep 1 or 2 experienced players around and bring through youth at the same time. Then if it's proven that the youth is good enough to then take the position in the squad, then you can sell off the experienced players as well. So there's no hurry. In this position, there is no hurry. I agree with selling Phil Jones, as mentioned before as well, because to me, he's the only real deadwood in the squad. So yeah, I just don't feel like we really need to be adding him to the squad really. So yeah, let's have a look. Shane, rather than buying in, do you think there are any of the reserves, youth players who could get promoted, give us a league push just like the class of '92 did? If so, who? Yeah, I'd say Mengi, for sure. Ethan Laird, for sure as well. But again, we've already got Dallo in the squad as well. Mebry as well, who's for all intents and purposes 16 now. He's pushing on. He's going to be growing physically. So over the next course of the season, like to see him brought through now that we're letting Angel Gomez go. So yeah, it'd be good to see these guys get an opportunity for sure. But, but, what Ollie's done, and it's the first time for as long as I can remember, we've played the same team 4 times in a row. We've started the same team 4 times in a row. And the consistency, there's no coincidences in terms of our consistency, in terms of how we played, and the fact that we're starting the same team. I believe Ollie is comfortable with what he has. To me, you know, we need to look to improve our centre back, as I've said before, possibly a striker as well. I suppose someone's saying you're a hypocrite. Mark from United stand is better. United need Grealish and a striker and Sancho. I don't know about that. Jones and Lingardino are the best. Someone's got it twisted, isn't it? Olimunder David, Pogba is a world-class player. However, I'm not sure if he has the defensive awareness necessary for us to be title contention. So that's why I feel we need to play a 4-3-3 as opposed to a 4-2-3-1 in terms of the fact that we're going to be, you know, pushing for the title. So we need to get comfortable with. We need some athleticism in that CDM position. That's why. So yeah, not too sure. Jaden was saying there, but yeah, state your point, man. Why do you think? Why do you think there's a bit of Hippocratic conversation going on? And I appreciate you saying Mark from the United stand is better. He's certainly been doing it a lot longer than me, but yeah, difference of opinions, man. But yeah, I definitely feel like we can. I feel like we can push on. Do we need a striker that can? Do we need to go and buy and spend a load of money on a striker that is gonna definitely give us 25 to 30 goals a season? If so, who? I don't know. I don't know. Other than Lewandowski out there or Erling Haaland, who we missed out on, there is no guarantees that anyone we buy in and who slots into that number 9 position, is he going to be an improvement on Martial? Martial's got his best scoring season ever. And that's in a team that, from the beginning of the season up until very recently, before lockdown and after lockdown, we weren't firing on all cylinders. Until Bruno Fernandes arrived, we wasn't firing on all cylinders. We weren't creating a lot of opportunities. So, you know, who do we bring in to go into that number 9 position? Who you feel is going to be a guarantee? I don't know. I don't know. Even as I said, other than Lewandowski or maybe Erling Haaland, I know there's Lautaro Martinez at Inter Milan, who's been, you know, linked heavily with Barcelona. All them boys normally prefer to go to the Spanish league as well than the English league. So, I mean, there will be players out there. I'm not saying there isn't, but I don't know of any. Even Timo Werner, he was a prospect, but he's gone to Chelsea. So it's hard to say, but I'd like to see your thoughts if you've got any ideas of who can actually come in and take the place. Demo flow, we are looking good in a kind of scary good. We are looking good. It's kind of scary. It seems every time we get excited with United, it blows up in our face. It's hard to get our hopes up with these performances. Do you know what? The reason, Demo Flow, appreciate the comment there, bro. But the reason I'm saying to get excited is because it's been consistent since we've signed Bruno, all the way through before lockdown and since lockdown. So if the wheels are going to fall off, for me, it would have been when we came back from lockdown. I can't really see, you know, and the camaraderie, the spirit in the side, you can't fake that. That kind of stuff is built from within. Ollie's buying in people with the right characteristics, the right mentality, the people that he believes are going to, you know, bleed for the shirt, so to speak. So yeah, I know what it's like. I know what it's like. I've been there with you, where you're getting excited about Manchester United. But I'm telling you, there has been no period where since Fergie that we've played this good and got these results over this longer period of time, and we've got these type of players, youth and experience mixed all in one. There hasn't been a time. Simple as that. And you know, we're scoring tons of goals again, just like old days. That's you know, just like old days, and that's the truth. Thoughts on De Gea? Says RJ and Daly. De Gea. Listen, I'm a De Gea fan. I'll be honest with you. I'm not quick to forget what he's done for us. You know, he's a player of the season multiple times over. So I'm not quick to forget what he's done for us. And I don't feel like everyone else should be quick to forget what he's done for us. Yes, he's gone through about 18 months. That's a long time for a keeper to be going through. But what we're not saying is he's been conceding goals throughout that period of time. Don't forget, before the lockdown, on that run, we'd only conceded something like 3 goals, you know, on that long run. So is it now 17 games unbeaten as well in all competitions? You know, again, another clean sheet. Like I said, in the last 5 games, we've had three clean sheets. You know, so, and I know that's down to the team performance, our attacking as well as the opposition. But you can only beat who's in front of you. And the performance, don't forget, early this season and definitely last season, we weren't playing good like this, and we were losing and drawing to teams like this. We went to Brighton's home ground, where we'd lost every single time we'd been there before. So we're doing stuff that we haven't done before. And that's why I'm saying to get excited, because we're not doing stuff that we've done before and then obviously dropping off. If we were going to drop off, it would have been since the lockdown. We're the most informed team in the league with 4 wins in the last 5. And the only points we dropped were against Spurs, the first game back, in a 1-1 draw, which we should have won. Pogba's getting first game back. So yeah, be encouraged. But in terms of De Gea, I don't say, you know, get rid of him straight away. I said I have said as well. It's been 18 months. Give him another season. Give him another season, because it may not be next season that we're ready to win anyway. So give De Gea another season. Give Dean Henderson another season out on loan with great experience out at Sheffield United. I will add as well. He's out at Sheffield United getting fantastic experience. You know, building up his own stock in trade as well. So, you know, we're getting a ready-made replacement back if necessary. That's not that I want to see, because obviously goalkeepers can go up to, you know, playing into their late 30s, sometimes early 40s. And De Gea, what is he now? 29? So that's potentially another 11 years as a number 1. Not saying he will be that. Yeah, but hopefully he gets back to his best, which is one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Will it happen? I don't know. I really don't know. But one thing I do know, Dean Henderson is going to be chomping at a bit to try and take his place. That leaves Manchester United in a very, very good position, that's for sure. Okay, I think we'll be back top of football. Arsenal will be back at the top of football before United. I like that. Red 92, Greenwood will only get better. Crazy stuff. He's still a pup. He is still a pup, and it is crazy. It is crazy. Nice to have you joining us, Red 92. He is still a pup. He is only 18. He's not 19 until October. It's madness. It is madness. Greenwood is a madness. He's doing stuff. Like I said, he's breaking records, joining elite company in Mark Owen and Robbie Fowler in terms of players under the age of 18 to score so many goals. That's his 9th Premier League goal today, 16th in all competitions. He's on his way to greatness. I'm convinced. Barring injuries, you know, pretty sure he's got a level head, right temperament, right attitude. It'd be brilliant. Okay. Once we get Sancho, I think Greenwood position will be as a striker. I think he is our second best finisher at the club. Greenwood reminds me of Robin van Persie, says Olumide David. Yes, I completely agree. I believe he will end up as a number 9. But right now, because he is doing so well off that right hand side. As I said before, he's got the time and space to come in off that right hand side, run at players, so he has a bit more space. Whereas if he goes into number 9 position, he's going to have to be receiving the ball with his back to goal a lot more, which I don't feel he's physically ready for. So let's see how we go. Robin van Greenwood. Yeah. I like that. He is very much like Van Persie, as many people have alluded to. I completely agree. His running style, the way he kicks the ball, the way he does step overs, the way he shoots. He reminds me of Robin van Persie very much. Martial missed a big chance today, but he was dope. Martial, he's working very hard. As I said before, he's not getting a ton of opportunities to score goals, but he is working very hard, and he's a dangerous finisher. He only needs 1 or 2 chances, and he's going to bag a goal or 2 for you. That's why he's so peed off when he had to come off today. That was hilarious, man. He just literally just cut his eye out, Ollie, ignored Ollie, went and sat down and started cursing in French. Je ne comprends pas. Anyway, yeah. Jay Wiggy's in the house. What's going on, brother? Yeah, man. Don't ignore the fact that I'm in the room. Thumbs down, unsubbed. I'm going to support Liverpool from now. Behave yourself, Jay Wiggy. We know that's a lie. We know you're a secret Man United fan. Finally, we can see now. We can now see what Ollie is about. Yeah. You know, it's gonna be a test now to see how Ollie develops, because let's be honest, Ollie's learning whilst he's on the job. Ollie's not this mastermind coach that's done it here, done it there, done it everywhere. He's not that guy at all. Ollie is learning on the job. So, you know, come on, man. You know, come on. You know, so RJ Daly, by the way, I've subscribed. Keep up the good work. Much appreciated, brother. Thank you for support, man. And thanks for joining in as well. We're going to keep doing this. Red Devil is in the house. What's going on? Red Devil Studio, my man G. What's going on, man? G, we've got to get that channel started, bro. Honestly. Great win, lads. Come on, United. Come on, you Reds. Come on. Yep. Mason Greenwood is good. Phenomenal. The boy is good. Salute to Mr. Greenwood. I completely agree there. Let's do this. It seems like everyone's on the Mason Greenwood hype. I can't lie. I am too. I'm on the bandwagon, and I believe anyone that's seen him and watched, will be too. It's hard not to. First of all, stats don't lie. Second of all, the eye test, everyone can see. He's a brilliant prospect, and he's turning up trees right now. So long may it continue, man. Do you think Pogba's attacking threat is wasted in this deeper role? Yes, I do. Tommy Morris, thank you for joining us. I completely agree. But at the same time, he's effective at what he's doing, but he's not gonna... The game, for example, where he coming against Spurs, he came on in a more attacking role. He won the penalty. We equalised, and Pogba was the difference. Some of his rangy passes, but Pogba naturally takes up some deeper positions anyway, even if he is employed in a more forward role. But I do agree. We kind of, you know, because he won't do all those jinking runs. A couple of times today, he's burst through the middle, and that's what we want to see. But that's just spontaneous. He'll do more sort of ball skills, more beating players further up the pitch, like he did against Spurs and Eric Dyer. When he's further up the pitch, because he understands now in terms of decision making, there's certain times to do certain things, and deeper in those roles, just in our own half, is not the place to do it, unless he's trying to get himself out of trouble. So yeah, he's been really consistent. Really impressed with him and his professionalism since he's come back. He's worked really hard. He deserved his goal today. But yes, I completely agree, Tommy. We are kind of, you know, yeah, we are. We're wasting some of his attacking ability, and we've seen what he can do from the edge of the area. We've seen that he's a beast in the air, running into the penalty area, getting his head on the ball. That headed chance that Bruno Fernandes had early in the first half, I believe if Pogba was on the end of that, that would have been a headed goal. So yeah, I do agree with that one. Ollie's getting the hang of it. Yes, he is. He is. Yeah, absolutely. He's growing. He's growing into the role, as I said. Matt Rush is in the house. What's going on, brother? What a result. Yes, yes, Mason. Mason's top guy. Top four. It's on the way. Pogba goal was a pass in. Yes, it was. Literally he had bags of time on the edge of the penalty area, and literally just passed it into the bottom left of the keeper. And that's what Pogba can do. He can smash it left or right. His range of passing is better than Bruno's. Bruno's very, very good at short passing. Yeah, he can do long passes, but Pogba's long range and his full array of passing, I believe he has a bigger portfolio of passing, which is great. We've got them both. We've got them both. So yeah, long may it continue, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the transfer update video probably tomorrow because there's been a lot going on in terms of transfers, transfer whispers, transfer news, all that kind of stuff. So I'll be doing that more likely tomorrow, if not Saturday. Yeah, more likely tomorrow. But guys, thank you very much for joining me. I shall see you in the next one. Take care. God bless.